Hello, hello. Welcome.
Yes, we are
Little
here.
little Thanksgiving Eve little show
Right,
for you tonight.
right.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there tomorrow. Make sure you get full, watch a lot of football, enjoy family and friends, or do the solo thing if that's what you do, because that's all in good as well. So
Yes, definitely.
big
Mhm.
time for that. I did want to do a quick shout out. My homegirl went to Alabama A&M. Shout out to Carmel. So their marching band is going to be the first HBCU marching band to basically they're starting the Thanksgiving parade tomorrow, the Macys Thanksgiving parade,
Yeah, five
which is
thirty
going
in
to
the
be pretty
morning
sick.
Pacific time. If you're up, yeah, catch it.
Set your DVR, catch your
Yeah, if you
rerun. I'm
can.
I'm sure we'll see some, some posts, some social media about it. But yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
pretty dope with them.
it is cool.
It's pretty dope for them. So they're gonna be out there for the 97th edition of the Macy's Parade. Yeah,
Good.
5:30 is early. I won't even
Five
be
thirty is
awake
very
then.
early, but I definitely will catch it for
But for
sure.
all those
That
people,
and real
there's
time.
a lot of people that'll be in the kitchen already. There's people that are in kitchen right now, so I'm sure it'll give them something to watch while they're getting those cooking
Oh
going.
yeah, for sure.
Hey,
5:30 is
but we got a good
early.
show for you. We're gonna have some hot topics. Of course, we're gonna try and keep this show a little short because I got stuff to do. I got packing to do, and Mo's got holiday. Everybody's got stuff to do tomorrow. It's a busy day for people, so we want to make sure that you have time, that we have time. But we appreciate you tuning in. We're gonna talk about some NFL injuries. Keep on piling. We're going to talk about the Winter Classic jerseys that got dropped for the Golden Knights and for the the Kraken. We'll talk about some of the NBA in-season teams that are already moving on or not moving at all, and of course, we got some special girl power as well. So yeah, you just sent this to me, and I'm almost like I'm still a little shocked. I mean, so we didn't even cover, our little entertainment blitz here and there. We didn't talk about Diddy and Cassie. I think that doesn't need to be talked about because situation's a situation at this point now. But when you sent this to me, that Hall is suing Oates, I almost lost it. Like I don't these guys have been around. Hall and Oates have been around for what, 40 years? More? 50,
As long as
60
I can
years?
remember. Not only is he suing him, he filed a restraining order against him.
A
Like it's real.
restraining order, and we don't know what's in it. I guess it's sealed, like legit sealed, and so no one's been able to kind of crack it yet. But come on.
What the heck happened? Like I didn't
Did
expect
it
that to go on my bingo card this year either. Like what happened?
Who had that on their card? And then
I didn't have that on my card.
like, come on. Or what are
I
we
did
thankful
not.
for? Like, what happened? What went wrong?
That's like peanut butter and jelly breaking up.
Man, unbelievable. Hey, shout out to people tuning in already. What's up, Jonathan,
Yes.
Lisa, Betting and Heels? Thank you. What's up, Natalie? Appreciate you
Hey
guys tuning
Natalie.
in. Yeah, so that's a shocker. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what happens with what that restraining order is about. I don't know. As you can see with
It's
my shirt
wild.
that I had to sport proudly today, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's a rivalry weekend this weekend. I know you and Aisha on our Facebook group have been going in about it because I know you're Southern against her Grambling alumni are kind of going head. My Huskies, the Cougars, Oregon versus Oregon State. I mean, you've got Alabama and Auburn, Florida State, Florida, Michigan. I mean, it's rivalry weekend this weekend, and it wouldn't be without having any kind of memes to post.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
You
these are
got
some of
to.
my favorites. One of the things we always talk about as a Husky is that you only went to Wazoo if you couldn't get into UW. Because
Wow.
sometimes, yeah, it's like that sometimes. There was some AI generated pictures, which I thought were hilarious. I love those.
Nice.
And you guys, a few of the ones that you guys are posting were great too.
Yeah, I mean, we traditionally do this every year, and I got more.
Yeah.
She tries to come with me early in the morning with it. I come right back. Like, don't try me.
I
We
love
know
it.
which we know which animal out of the tigers and jaguars is the better animal out of the species. We know the jaguars are them. So shout out to Bayou Classic and everybody that's down there. My niece who is attending Southern. This is her first Bayou Classic. I'm excited for her. My
Oh,
sister-in-law is down
wow.
there. They're gonna have a blast. And Friday night is always the Battle of the Bands and the Step Show. And our Hidden
Yes.
Jukebox is always reigning supreme. Gremlin might win maybe once or twice through that time, but usually it's Southern that's gonna win that. So we not worried. Should be a good game on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Still got more memes coming up until the day. That's traditionally what we do, you
Good.
know. So yeah, it should be good. I hate that I work, but I know I can catch it at work on my television. So I
You'll
will
catch
have
it
my
on
little Southern
TV,
stuff
yeah.
on. I will have
Yeah,
my little Southern mementos and stuff out there
right.
representing. I don't know if the alumni group is doing their event. They usually do every year at Classic Jewel. It's always the Bayou Classic watch
Right.
party. Haven't
Uh-huh.
tapped into to see it, but anybody that's interested, definitely come down to Classic Jewel. Possibly they'll be showing it. Rivalries will happen there. You'll have a lot of Gremlin students as well as SU. And yeah, I look forward to it every year. Traditionally, my mom's a Southern alum. This is our time. So
It's the time for a lot of people. I know if there was a cougar in our group, I would definitely be playing this game with them, but I've got my husky groups that I'm in where a lot of the posts have been flying and
yeah.
we're all getting ready. I'm heading back home to Seattle. I plan to watch originally so this is going to be like the last Pac-12 this was going to be the last Apple Cup, but they decided to extend it for 5 more years because of the
Oh,
long history. I
okay.
mean, this has been happening since before 1900. So this is the long-standing
Nice.
history. But next year, because we're no longer in the Pac-12, they're putting the game in September, which this game is always the last game of the year as far as regular season. It's always in November. It's always around Thanksgiving. They
Okay.
rotate between Seattle and Pullman. But next year it's going to be at Lumen Field where the Seahawks play, and it's going to be in
Wow.
September.
Wow.
So not the same vibe. I don't think it'll be. But hey, it is what it is, I guess.
Weather will be better, that's for sure.
Well, it will be better, I guess you can
Yeah.
say. But doesn't mean it's not. It's the part of the atmosphere. Is you're going to be cold. You might be in snow. It just depends, and that's kind of part of how the Apple Cup plays out. But I did want to give a shout out to our Huskies. They did crack the top 4 of the college football rankings. They're heading to the Pac-12 championship, which is here in Vegas next Friday at
Nice.
Allegiant Stadium. Yes. It's going to be amazing. I got some friends already coming in town, and it's definitely going to be a good time next Friday here in Vegas. Also, probably the last Pac-12 championship, since after this season, there'll only be 2 players in the Pac-12. It'll be the Pac-2. They have 2 teams in the Pac-2 for the next 2 years until they figure out what kind of hybrid conference they're going to have after
Hmm.
this. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
I don't know what to say, but how do you feel about it? Like personally, how do you feel about that? Like honestly though.
I think it's good. I think it's good for our football team. I do kind of wonder, like, I feel like I can only speak for Washington. I know like our women's softball, I think our soccer teams are good, but you kind of think like if is all of the sports moving to Big Ten? Because I don't know how our baseball team is going to do. I don't know how the women's basketball team is going to
Right.
compare to the Big Ten. So it'll be interesting to see if everything transfers over. If it was just foot, I feel like
Yeah.
some teams had just football, some didn't, but I don't know all the little
Yeah.
intricacies. So
Yeah.
it's exciting. I know for me, it'll be being able to see other venues that I haven't ever seen before because my team wasn't playing there. So I'll get to go to some really amazing stadiums with a lot of history. So
Right.
we'll
Right.
see how that goes. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So we're almost to the end of 2024 or
Yeah.
23, moving into
Yes.
2024. We have like literally a little over a month. We are on track as a country to hit over $1 billion in sports betting. $100 billion in sports betting.
Man.
I mean, my little $3, $5 parlays ain't nothing compared to what's being bet out
Thanks.
there.
Thanks for the contribution on that. Thanks for the
I
contribution.
mean, come on.
All these coins matter, it sounds like.
Listen, and when they in the comments of the post, it was like, no wonder so many games are getting thrown with bad calls. They're trying to, cap this money. I
Of
don't.
course.
Absolutely. I don't. I
Vegas
see.
makes a call at NFL, NBA, hockey,
This is how
baseball,
it
you name
is.
it, soccer, whatever. There gets a call. When they say they're calling New York, no, they calling Vegas, honey.
Yeah,
What's them books
that's the
looking like?
money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
And thanks for the
Oh
NFL
goodness.
players who are illegally betting to contribute to that as well in the pot when they weren't supposed to.
Hey,
What up,
what's
B
up, B
Sal?
Sal? Yeah, it was in
Happy
unison. Nice
Thanksgiving to
job.
you, bro, and your family and all that. Wish you well. I saw that he actually got a post on the Aces for, I believe it was Jackie Young. He was interviewing at Formula One. She used that in
Yes.
her post with his plaid suit for Formula One. Like, we got the back of him in the side. We got that
Hey.
plaid suit action going on, looking like a Christmas gift. We love it.
B Sal's
You
that
know?
guy, boy.
Yeah.
Watch out. Watch out. He had some good
Mhm.
interviews out there too. Who
He
else did he
did. He
hear?
did. Shout out to
Yeah.
him for covering that. They were out there, man. They was in them
Always
streets.
doing something big time
Yeah.
out there. Always some. Speaking
Right.
of F1 is officially over.
Thank
It
God.
is done. The cars are gone, but the mess is still there to clean up.
Yeah, like what did they say? After 4 to 6 weeks or something on the cleanup?
They said, no, I think it's like 6 to 8 weeks for it
Six
to
to
be
eight.
cleared up. Yes. So this is moving us into like New
Poor
Year's.
employees.
Like, I don't even know. I'm assuming they're going to try and move some of those racetrack items and
Paddocks and all that taken
seatings.
care of.
That's got to be taken out before New Year's, I would assume. So I'm assuming maybe that's the first part they're starting with. I don't know.
Start with the Bellagio
Uh,
fountains, honey. Everybody hate that their view is gone, honey. Start there and just
yeah.
work your way around.
Well, on Thursday, so the race went off pretty well. Everyone seemed to be excited. It had like the third largest number of races this year since like June. So it was popular, even though it was a late time. But the Thursday, it had a little hiccup. So Team Ferrari had messed their car up because of a manhole or some kind of covering in the floor that no one caught. They had to
Yeah.
close down the practice run, which was the first session. They actually had all of the fans leave. So
Right.
leave it to the Batman lawyer out there to file a lawsuit against Formula One for removing the fans from the practice from being delayed on that Thursday night. There's like 35,000 fans on this lawsuit.
Well, well, they'll get $1.50. They actually picked up the practice at 2 a.m. And honestly, I get why they were probably saying send people home because who's gonna stay at 2 a.m. and watch this
Well,
practice?
and
But
I don't
they
think, but
actually
I
go
don't
through
think
the
they were
preliminary
saying
meeting.
send them. I think like you had to leave.
No. I'm
Like, I don't think there
saying
was a
that
choice.
no, it wasn't. I'm saying send them
Oh,
home,
okay.
but they sent them home, right? That's sending them home, no?
Right.
Okay, so at 2 a.m. to resume that, I don't think anyone would have been
Come
waiting
back.
around and it got
Yeah.
chilly and be that late anyway. But Don
Yeah.
Pulio's, leave it to him. He gonna find a case. They'll get a good 13.95 or 13.59 after their
After
ticket.
you
I don't
take
know.
half his pay off that,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
then, he got to take his little commission off the top. You know what I mean? So, hey, listen, that is
Hey,
not that
it's
is
a
not an
cold
only
word
occurrence.
out there.
That has happened before in certain Formula One races where manholes and stuff were logistically not covered, and thank God the racers didn't get hurt. But the damages on that Ferrari, you know how much it is?
What was like a couple million or something like that?
I think it was like $30 million or something to fix that thing. Got it though,
Damn.
but dang. And they weren't the only car that got affected by that. Another team also got affected by the manhole as well.
Ugh.
But I think their damages were minor compared to the one with the Ferrari team. But yeah, that's a bad.
That's a
Listen,
lot. But I will say there was some positives that came out of it. The money that we had been projected to make sounds like we came to close, if not about that. I know a lot of the people that work in the casinos, as far as like the dealers and the
mhm,
gaming industry, they were getting great tips from all the whales that were out here.
that's good.
From some of the videos, it didn't look like many locals ventured out to the strip or did anything out there. There's a lot of empty areas, but if it works out, it works out. We're stuck with them for at least 2 more years, if not 9. So
Well, I just wonder what's going to top the first weekend of Vegas because they said the fireworks show was better than any New Year's show we had on the strip.
the
When it,
fireworks from the video I saw was amazing.
yeah,
I, I don't know how
I
long it
wonder what's
lasted,
gonna.
but
I wonder what's
I don't
gonna
know.
top this first year.
what makes it better next year
Yeah.
or the year after?
Right.
Like,
Because you've done it with the sphere and everything. Like, how you top that? I just don't know. I'm very
yeah,
curious to see how
it's
that
gonna
works.
draw the people back out some more, just the cars? I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know.
But they did do a big contribution. They ended
They
up
did.
giving 70 pallets. If y'all know what a pallet is, it's
Right.
huge. 70 pallets of food was donated to Square Food Bank here in Las Vegas. The Square Food Bank works partners with 150 different organizations in the Vegas community that will all benefit from ASAP. In the article that I think they did yesterday, so that basically everything that you see here is going to be moved out tomorrow to help all these people right in time for Thanksgiving. So 70 pallets of food is a lot of food that didn't get used for Formula One, but it all goes to a great cause.
Well, that's
So
great. I mean, that's great that they were able to do that. I mean,
yeah, can't beat
yeah,
that.
you
Can't beat
can't
that.
beat that. Nope.
No. Hey, we got to get into some Las Vegas sports. I do want to show a brief little video that was the unveiling of the Winter Classic jerseys that takes place on January 1st in Seattle at T-Mobile Park between our Vegas Gold Knights and the Seattle Kraken. We got to talk about the jerseys after this.
The NHL Winter Classic has arrived in beautiful Seattle, Washington. Today, today's matchup features the Seattle Kraken versus the Vegas Golden Knights.
Mo, thoughts on
They
how
did
you
us
feel about
dirty. They did us dirty. They did us so dirty. Those
they're
jerseys
both
are whack.
ugly. They're
They're
both
whack. You know, when I
terrible.
saw Beast Mode post a Kraken jersey that he was
Yeah.
stepping into on his thing,
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me? They get a fire jersey and we get bupkis and we won a championship?
I mean, the
Those jerseys are
Kraken's
ugly.
jersey isn't even that great. I'll say it's better than the Vegas one for the Winter Classic, but Seattle already has great jerseys. Golden Knights already
I
have
mean, they
great
do.
jerseys.
They
Why do we
do.
have to change it?
They do. But even with this one being the Winter Classic was more fire than the mid one that we just got. Like they got lazy when it came to Golden Knights. They decided to do the white
That
with the
big
gold and
old
the V.
V, everybody says it looks like middle fingers are pointing up at the top of the V. When I see that V, I don't think of Vegas. All I think is like V, like the JJ. I just feel like, why is there a huge
Oh,
V
you're
on
so
my chest?
dirty.
I just,
I don't see anything with it because it's ugly.
it's terrible.
And it
I
ain't no
think it,
jersey I would go out and get. They could have saved that for
I ain't
somebody
wearing it.
that's
Listen, I'm going to the Winter Classic and I will not be wearing that
they could have
jersey
saved
at
that for
all.
they could have saved that for I don't know what. They could have just not done that. Who designed that jersey? That was
It's
Adidas,
so
right?
bad.
They did us
What
dirty. Whoever was at Adidas was a hater.
they literally
They
said,
literally
"Hey,
was like,
you've got 2 minutes. Could you get us some jerseys together?" And this is what they came up with.
man, the glow in the dark jerseys hit way more harder than that. They could have done something like
Why
that. Come
can't you put?
on.
I just don't get it. I really don't get it.
They could have made them things black with some other extra stuff in it. Hey,
What's up,
Dre.
Dre? Happy Thanksgiving to
Happy
you too.
Thanksgiving, brother. One of my faves.
Peace out. Like the video.
Okay,
Appreciate
the
that.
production value is fine, but kills it when you see those ugly jerseys. Some jerseys is whack. Like feeling that. I'm not excited
I think
about
he
Winter
meant
Classic. I
us
get
putting
jersey
the
of like
video
that.
on the show. I think he meant our production value of putting the video on the show.
Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say the production
Uh,
value of the video don't do nothing with
well,
those jerseys.
Natalie said the Knights are up 1-0. So here's the other thing too. The
Yeah.
Knights have lost 4 of their last 6 games.
They haven't been doing
I
too
mean,
good on the road.
they're still top of the conference, but
Right.
today's the last of a 5-game road stretch. They're 13, 14 and 2 now. Still we're good, but the fact is that we did so well through the beginning of the season. We got to November and it was like like your car's dying, the gas running out. So hopefully it can continue and there's a good stretch. But yeah, so the Winter Classic jerseys again, nothing.
No,
And
they're terrible. I don't even want to ever see those
a
again.
150 or $200 on this jersey, like there's no
I
way
don't care.
no
They're
way.
whack. I'm not wearing
Absolutely
that.
not.
I'm not wearing
Like
that.
it's terrible.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. We won a championship. Why? That's what we get? Somebody in Adidas was a hater. Don't like us.
It probably was.
And then who
Everybody
approved
hates
it? Like who
Knights.
approved it and said, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be it. This hits."
It's
It wasn't
not.
even track.
It's definitely not.
What
It's
were they
definitely not.
thinking? The gold doesn't even have any shimmer in the application. Like, it's terrible.
And they used a different gold. They didn't even use the Vegas gold. They used a whole different. They used a different shade of gold, which I think makes it tone it down. Doesn't give them like the sparkle they deserve, like usual.
Yeah, where's our sparkle gold? Something. Yeah, it's terrible.
Brian said he was talking about us, and you should stop trying to find the negative. Talk about us. Take the compliment, Mo. He said.
I wasn't talking about. I didn't know you were talking about. I wasn't even. You know what, Brian?
You guys can
But I
battle
talked
off
about the
air.
suit.
Yeah.
It did look like a Christmas gift, though. I'm just saying.
I mean, he's always wrapped up in a nice suit, you know? That's B Sal. Hey, so the Winter Classic, we
I'm
talked
not being
about that.
negative, though. I just don't like the jerseys. I don't care.
No,
Like,
I can't stand either jersey. I mean, I think that Seattle's is a little bit better than ours, but still,
no, it's way better.
but even
I can get
Seattle
away with
fans
it.
are mad because the Seattle fans are like, we like our regular jerseys way better than
Yeah,
these.
why would they have to
They
do
feel the
it
same way.
regular? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
it.
mean, either which way, it's going to be cold and raining or snowing, so you probably won't even see a jersey unless you have it over a layered over your down jacket or something anyway. But anyhow, that's without it. Your Raiders, Mo, went to Miami and held their own. Yeah?
Yeah,
No?
they did.
She don't want to talk about them?
No, I don't want to. No, it's not that I don't want to talk about them.
Okay. Mo's just thinking right now.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to
Well,
say?
no, last week we went on and I can't remember who it was. Was it Chris? Chris said that they were going to lose by like 12 or 14 or something like that. They didn't. They lost by 7. That's all it is. And you guys were, I think, even down by 1 at halftime. I mean, you had great performances. Devontae Adams had a great 46-yard touchdown. She's replying to people right now, so we're just gonna
keep talking about it.
Listen, the Raiders did well. I mean, granted, you didn't get the win, but I think it was a lot closer than most everybody out there thought it would be. I'm pretty sure you covered too. I feel like the spread was more than 7. So I'll give him
Well,
credit.
I need Chris Wynn to wear the freaking Raider stuff and eat crow at this point because I knew we weren't going to be minus 13 or whatever the spread was going to be. Honestly, the 46-yard pass, like you said, to Devontae Adams was probably the highlight of the game. I did like the fact that our defense did the best they could as far as trying to make a lot of stops. And when the Cheetah got hurt and went out, I was like, oh, shoot, because I had Cheetah on my fantasy league anyway, hoping that he could still come back and bring me points, but don't want nobody to see nobody hurt, and he was able to get back in there. It was good. I'm as a Raider fan, we always, say we're even happy when they lose. But what we mean by that is we like the effort, and we like the fight of
that there was effort, that it seemed like they were
and it wasn't a blowout, and it wasn't anything that we got our butt spanked or anything. It was like by a touchdown. And the problem was our conversion in the red zone, as per usual. There were times that an interception was thrown, and we were able to convert off of that. But I think it was a field goal.
I think Tua had like 3 turnovers or something.
Yeah, that was a step in the right direction. But it's just be nice if we could get those passes. And again, Aiden O'Connell, I have no diss against him. He's very new and vanilla. He wasn't expecting this start. They thought it was going to be Jimmy G. And honestly, I think he's performing very well. And in time, he will get better. It is rumored that the Raiders will be drafting for a quarterback. Thank God. That's fine because we do need that. I think that threat needs to be there that we draft someone. So who knows what Aiden's future with us will be? Who knows if he's going to go somewhere else? We already know what Jimmy G's future going to be. It's nothing. So we do definitely need a drafting quarterback.
You need somebody else.
I was proud of them to go all the way down to Miami. Yes. It was a very close game. We had them locked in. So I can't complain. I'll take that L. And, it was a valiant effort from our Raiders. And I have nothing against Antonio or any of the play calls or none of that. I watched that game and I was satisfied.
So and then, here's the deal. Raider fans haven't been satisfied very much lately, So, I mean, except, beyond the 2 games you just won, I get that. But as far as satisfied with the team, its performance, how it's playing, that kind of thing. So kudos to you. Brian mentions that he believes the Raiders will beat the Chiefs this weekend here at Allegiant Stadium. Big game. And B-Style's calling it for the Raiders. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. We also got the UNLV Raiders beating Air Force this past weekend. A huge comeback. They were down 27-14.5. Came back and are leading the Mountain West. They also will be hosting San Jose State this weekend at Allegiant. So we got a busy weekend here in Vegas. UNLV playing on Saturday. The Raiders playing on Sunday. The Lady Rebels are kicking it too. 4-0 to start the season. They got Arizona next Saturday next Saturday here. I think that's the game that's going to be at Thomas and Mack too. So I'm still, anybody else that wants to join up and meet up on a Saturday the 2nd, the Lady Rebels will be playing at the Thomas and Mack for that game. So
yeah, that's going to be a good one too to watch,
yeah, it will.
Yeah,
it will. Hey, but getting into some NFL, I just wanted, because we talked about the Miami Raiders game. In season Hard Knocks started last night.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I'm watching.
It was a little dry. We saw Tyreek and his wife, his new wife, Tua and his cornrows, the discussion behind that. But Coach McDaniel actually had a lot of positive and respectful things to say for Max Crosby. He was watching him on film and getting ready for the game and was just amazed by the talent that Max has. So, and he
Max
actually
is a
talked
beast.
about,
and
yeah,
Max
for
don't
sure.
breaks it. He don't leave the field. So yeah, that's that guy.
No. Yeah.
He is that
but
guy.
It was good. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next one. Hopefully we get a little more in depth with some of the team and the players. But it was entertaining, I guess you can say. Yeah. This is the new starting quarterback for the New York Jets.
Poor him.
Tim
He
Boyle?
looks like it's doomsday. He don't even look like he happy to even be there in the
Tim
position.
Boyle. Zach Wilson is now, I believe they said, 3rd on the depth chart at quarterback. I mean,
he don't even look like he's even excited to be there. But Aaron Rodgers says he's coming back by Christmas, so maybe this will be a short stint for him before he gets
we'll
replaced.
see. I mean, yeah. I listen. Hey, we're gonna see how that goes. How that goes. Also, the Lions. So we do got to get a little nod to Chris, because Lions reign 2. It's the first time since JFK was president in 1962.
I've been rolling
the last
with
time.
Detroit. That's pretty
Listen,
good.
I get it. Jahmyr Gibbs, I got him on fantasy. I like the Detroit team, just not when
I like
I'm
where they're
playing them.
headed. They're like a little sleeper, but they were like this last season on the cusp of doing some great things, and now you're about to see it. So it's building up. It's building up. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from them.
Speaking of history makers, the Steelers fired Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator. This is what I couldn't believe. This is the first coach or coordinator that's been fired from the Steelers organization since 1941.
Yeah, Steeler fans are very elated about this firing too. Shout out to some of the Steeler fans I know.
41, that's almost a century. Like, you're only a handful of years off from a century of never firing a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
They don't get rid of their people. Hello, look how long Big Ben stayed there. So,
I mean,
listen, well, this staff ain't gonna stay.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
There was also some prizes like Monday Night Football. Okay. The Chiefs lost to the Eagles. This also was the most watched telecast since the Super Bowl in 2023. The most watched NFL regular season game since Thanksgiving of last year. The audience peaked at 31 million viewers, and even Peyton Manning and Eli Manning's Manning cast had almost 2 million viewers, which is more than they've had for the last 2 years. So I don't know. And that's Jason got his first win over Travis.
That's because Kelsey heard Swift.
Yeah. No Swift there. Travis can't do it.
There was a Swift there. It was DeAndre Swift, who I had. So you had Kelsey, Hurts, and Swift. And Kelsey, Hurts, Swift in a row. And that's exactly what they did. So I was going for the Eagles this whole game. Because, they're the AFC West division. And I don't care about no Chiefs, no Red Kingdom, or nothing like that. Downpour of rain. Bring it. Philly showed you what time it was in the second half. And I told people, I said, watch out. Philly's a comeback team. Yeah, they may be down in the first half. If it's a team that they're struggling with and trying to figure it out, but they come back in the end. And I just think, to be honest with you, Kansas City just got worked, and I think they got gas.
They don't got no one to really pass to. There's not.
There was a bet. There was a prop bet that Pat Mahomes is only going the bet was under 3 touchdown passes in that whole game. I think he only did 2, so it covered.
Wow.
Because you know how he is. They don't make those prop bets for a reason. This man has not been throwing touchdown passes in quite some time like he used to. This is not the same Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to see a repeat of that AFC team against this NFC team for the Super Bowl. I can't
the way it stands right now, I don't believe that's even possible, to be honest.
Listen, they lost to Denver Broncos. They lost to the Denver Broncos.
I'm sorry, the Denver Broncos have won 4 straight. I mean, who would have thunk it?
Because I was talking stuff about Russell Wilson, and he didn't activated him. And see,
I don't think it's Russell. I think Sean Payton finally got the machine oiled, and now things are rolling.
But Russ has still been Russ, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't want this to happen because I don't need this. I needed him to be moved.
The AFC West is a very tight ship right now.
It is a tight ship. Well, no, not so much, because the Chargers ain't doing much of nothing.
But 3 out of 4 are...
They doing some epic failing, but I didn't expect Denver to come back like this. I expected to see the same trash Russ I saw last season. I was hoping they would be just quiet and just unassuming, be like, oh, it's Denver. They're going to lose anyway. No. They done woke up a sleeping giant, and now we got problems.
Back on the Chiefs real quick. Bruce typing in from YouTube. Thanks for checking in. The receivers have no hands.
Marquise Valdes-Scantling. Is he gonna have a job by next?
Hot.
Will we see him?
Woo! He was so mad
at all, honey. And they was making.
I mean, Patrick didn't really help him out either. He threw that thing way about him. So I just.
Nah, he could have caught that. He could have caught that. It just slipped right through his hands.
Jonathan, we talked about your Broncos. We've mentioned their 4-game win streak. We've mentioned that Russ is in the kitchen getting ready for cooking. So that's all we're going to give you. That's it. That's it for today.
I don't be willing to talk about these donkeys. I really don't be willing to
Listen, we can talk about CJ Stroud, though.
Yeah, we can.
That kid, listen. And it pains me that I feel like Seattle or another team had the opportunity to grab this guy. And look at him, just the way he's flourished. I mean, new coach, brand new young team. He had, I can't remember how many, he had, I think 2 or 3 before the half last week. This week he had 2 touchdowns before the halftime. 259 yards, which is more than half these quarterbacks right now are doing in the whole game.
But don't you think they deserve it after the whole Deshaun Watson thing? I feel
like absolutely.
They deserve all of that.
The Texans, absolutely.
It's just a good card.
But it's just, I think we're all surprised. We're all surprised at how this is happening.
Well, they deserve it. I'm not going, it is a surprise, but at the same time, they deserve it. They went through hell with that Deshaun Watson thing and not having him, and just the team just suffered. So this is a good thing for them. I can't be mad at it.
At all. Hey, so we're not doing the Best Anonymous, but I gotta showcase again Benchwarmer Brand. He's on all social media. His videos are ridiculous. But we had another quarterback injury this weekend. Joe Burrow goes down on Thursday Night Football, torn ligament, out for the season.
Wow.
Listen, if you're playing fantasy football, ain't no more quarterbacks left. You might be playing Aiden, or you might be playing your guy Aiden over there.
I literally had to tell Natalie last night to drop Danny Dimes. She's like, well, I can put Daniel Jones in. I said, girl, Daniel Jones is out for the season. What are you talking about? You
gone. Here's a little recap for our friends out there, and hopefully Natalie's still tuning in. So here's Benchwarmer Brand.
Hey, Joey B, welcome to the club, buddy. Man, there's a lot of you here. Yeah, this season's been incredibly depressing for quarterbacks. Oh, look, the biggest waste of money in the NFL is here. Oh, man, I'm the biggest? No, of course not. You're second. He's the biggest. Hey, nurse, when's my physical therapy? Not for 3 hours, Deshaun. Can I get a private room? We have intentionally assigned you the most public room possible. Can you not be creepy for 5 minutes? That's like asking me to not be positive for 5 minutes. Can't be done. How are you still so positive? All our seasons are over. Not all of them. You're still on this? On what, Joe? A spiritual journey to ensure my body and mind are operating as one, fearlessly charging toward my goal of returning this season? If that's what you're referring to, then yes, I am still on this. There is no way you actually tore your Achilles if you're going to come back after 3 months. Oh, okay. Everyone called me a conspiracy theorist back in 2020, and now look at you. Yeah, believing in a massive government and medical conspiracy is not the same thing as believing your attention-seeking ass would lie to people so you could come back and look like a hero. Your entire MO has been to stick it to the medical industry, and what better way to do that than to make them look stupid by destroying the conventional recovery timeline for a torn Achilles through belief and dolphin noises.
I mean, I used to be able to really push it from game day to almost Wednesday without showering.
What was that? That was Mike McDaniel. I guess other kinds of dolphin noises got mixed in somehow. JK, you did rehab with him. What's the deal? He didn't tear shit. That's what I thought. I gotta be honest, it does hurt a little that my team has played better since I got hurt. I hear that. Can't relate. Your defense has carried you all season. I'm pretty sure they can carry whoever else you put back there. You're just jealous we're gonna win the North. The Ravens are gonna win it and you know it. Or Mike Tomlin's gonna ride his voodoo magic all the way to a division title. I don't know how he keeps doing it. I can lend him some sage if he needs it. No.
I feel like he ate up the Aaron Rodgers thing, like ate him
Yes.
up. That was funny.
And the
He freaking ate
Deshaun Watson
him,
side
for real.
joke, like, I mean,
Yeah,
it
all
was
that
just
was hilarious. Yeah.
so good. So yeah, fantasy players out there are struggling. It looks like Natalie said that, yeah, Daniel Jones and Joe Burrow's in the same fantasy league. So pretty much she had us to change her whole lineup. I mean, this is the game. This is what happens. Some years it's all the wide receivers are down. Some years it's all the running backs. This year we had a sleuth of running backs and quarterbacks. I mean,
And no tight ends.
Mark
And
Andrews is out.
Had no tight ends in the pool to even draft.
Listen, I'm holding on to 2 tight ends. Like, I'm not dropping nobody because at this point, I just need to make sure that I'm covered, whether it be a flex, a tight end, anything, because I don't know every day. Every week is different.
I know one thing.
Huh.
I know that if I put in Stephon Diggs one more time, where he's slated to do 30 points and only gives me 7 or 6 or 3, I'm going to lose my mind. Because what is going on? That they destroyed what did they play? They play the Jets, right? I think they destroyed was it the Jets this past week? I gotta look.
Yeah.
They destroyed him.
Yeah.
They destroyed him. And for Stephon Diggs to only have 6 points. You mean to
or Cook having like 8 or 9. Like, why?
It's killing me right now.
Yeah. So of course we also have Aaron Jones is out on Thanksgiving tomorrow versus the Lions. Our running back Kenneth Walker is going to be out most likely for Thanksgiving against the Niners. Joey Bosa's on IR right now. Michael Thomas, who we saw play for a total of 4 games this season, is back out for another 4 games, possibly with a knee injury. And the cold part is Justin Jefferson apparently is off IR, but he says he's not coming back till he's 100% healthy, and he don't care what his fantasy football managers slide in his DMs with, because apparently there's been a few people that have been pretty pissed off. I don't know. I feel like Justin would want to be out there, but hey. Bruno says he's going with the Lions to win the NFC. Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, I don't foresee my Seahawks.
Over the Eagles?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, here's the deal: the NFC Championship. If it's the Eagles and the Lions, that's going to be a good game. Everybody's healthy. Come on. Oh man.
I mean, stranger things have happened.
I
don't know. I can't count Philly out. They're just on a roll. I just can't. We're just yet.
Yeah. So we're already in week 12. Week 12 is coming up. We'll have our picks here shortly. I did want to just bring up a little bit of NBA action because I know your Lakers have already clinched the in-season tournament for the quarterfinals. So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And others clinching, I believe, was the Pacers. Can we just go through this real quick? Yesterday, the highest over-under in FanDuel sports betting was the 252 points on the Pacers-Hawks game. This is the highest over-under since 1995. Do you want to know what the total points was yesterday?
What was it?
309 points total. It was like 157 to 152.
Yeah, everybody wants to shoot threes now.
Good God. I looked at the scores from yesterday's game. The lowest point was like 100 points. There's no more 70s and 80s anymore.
No, they're shooting threes now. Everybody can shoot threes.
It's wild. It is wild.
Everybody can shoot threes now. It is just fascinating. But that's the game.
So yeah, in-season tournament. We've already got 3 teams that are eliminated out of the West. So Utah, Portland, Memphis, they're all gone. The Spurs are gone. The Wizards are gone, and the Pistons are gone. But there's still some time. The West B, the East B, Everybody has still got time. And don't forget that the semifinals and finals are here in Las Vegas at
Yeah.
T-Mobile. I believe it's the 7th and 8th of December. So that's 2 weeks away. So this whole
Right.
thing's be wrapped up in 2 weeks.
Well, it needs to be. I'm so sick of these sensory overload courts
Those
that they have and these
courts.
shooter regular. It's just too hard on the eyes. I'm
It's
ready
way
for it
too
to be
hard.
over. They could just
Yeah.
kept the regular courts, change the jerseys, do different unis, but why we gotta do Xbox looking courts? Like I don't get it. It's whatever.
Yeah. And also about I don't know if it's the name or the court. Anthony tore his
Yeah, that was cold
Achilles
game.
while trying to make a
Yeah.
$50,000 half court Charlotte Lakers game. That was
Yeah, it's cold world. And the thing of it is, what sucks even more is he didn't even get the 55,000. You know, you'd think you could at least make the shot and then tear your
I hope he
Achilles.
has a job and I hope he has a high health insurance. Could you imagine tearing your Achilles?
I
And
feel like
not
the
having...
Lakers need to do something for him on that. I feel
Oh
like they need to look
man,
out some kind of
that's
way.
wild. Yeah, that's
Sign
wild.
cast by the whole team. Something. LeBron needs to pay you a visit. I feel like I need something with the game.
I need more than a visit. I need a check from LeBron if this is what's
that'd be
happening.
nice too. But
Because
that
you know they
billionaire
make
old
you
man ain't giving out no money.
sign those waivers before you get on court for whatever you're doing.
They
so
sure do. But that billionaire ain't about to pony up no kind of money. But I would take a sign something or a visit or something. Like, my goodness gracious.
Absolutely. Hey, let's get to some girl power real quick. Big shout out to Layla Edwards. So she is the first Black woman to play with the U.S. senior national hockey team.
Great.
She's 19. She's 6'1", and went and is from Wisconsin. She actually plays for Wisconsin on their hockey team and helped them win an NCAA title back in March.
Very nice.
So she took the ice on Saturday against Canada. She is possibly she's slated to hopefully make like a 24 or 26. What are we on? 24 Olympic, 26 is the Winter Olympics. So a 26 Winter Olympics team that she would then become the second Black player ever, because there was Jordan Greenway who played in 2018 for the men. What she said was really inspiring too. I mean, she said this team has been around for a long time. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it would have been nice to have someone that looked like me on the team before me. I'm just glad that I'm able to be that someone for another person out, for another little Black girl out there. So big shout out to her.
I mean, we would always like to see our representation. For her to be the first, so that's great. Hopefully there'll be many more, and hopefully it'll be not she being the only one. Let's have a team with a few of them on there.
A few.
Even her being the only one, she's still facing the adversity of being the only Black person on the team. Probably doubted her skills, probably getting all kinds of treatment that we
one of 26. She's one of 26 right now.
And we don't get to, so it'd be nice even if there were more inclusion of that, to see herself and other teammates.
Or more, hockey clinics out there that are inclusive to the, to other races and areas within cities and towns, because, we don't see a lot of that happening.
We don't. It's a very expensive sport, for one. Number two. You would think, you would like to see some of these NHL teams kind of go into those areas and try to donate equipment, be part of the sports, kind of get people involved, but I love that she's the first.
Yeah. I also want to give a shout out to Caitlin Clark. She has surpassed Kelsey Plum, who was the last one to break the record for most 30-point games in D1 in a D1 season over the last 25 seasons. So Caitlin is now atop of Kelsey Plum and Ella Deladon with 38-37. Caitlin Clark was also on Eli and Manning last night, and it was hilarious. She's actually a diehard Chiefs fan and is going to be at the Chiefs-Raiders game in Kansas City.
Jesus. So. Did Kelsey or Elena Deladon put out a tweet regarding their?
I didn't see anything. I think we've seen Kelsey's quotes before about someone breaking the record. That obviously it would happen at some point, but I haven't seen anything. Nor did I look for it either. So I don't know. Last week's picks, we tied. We went 2 for 2 on that one. On the games we chose differently, so we're now at 6-2-2. Crazy week this week. We got our first Black Friday game in football. 3 games on Thanksgiving, 1 on Friday, and everything else on Sunday.
So we're gonna do these for sure.
Kind of quick. Packers at the Lions. I think
I'm gonna take the Lions on that easily. Yeah. They got them absolutely or something like that.
We got the Commanders at Jerry's house in Dallas. Unfortunately, I
Yeah,
I gotta go
I
with
would love an
Dallas.
upset on Thanksgiving. And guess what? Cowboys have
Yeah,
been upset on Thanksgiving. If I recall, the Raiders
I would
played the
love it.
Cowboys on Thanksgiving and was an upset. So I'm gonna go
But
opposite of you.
considering, oh, okay, go
I'm
ahead. You
gonna
gonna
go
go with the
opposite
Commanders?
because the thing
Okay.
of it is I'm gonna do opposite because on Thanksgiving Day they best game. If the Raiders
You know the
and we were
Commanders just lost to the Giants as well at home.
oh they did oh shoot.
Maybe they're coming back. They got a little vengeance in their
I just
hearts
feel like
now.
their upsets on Cowboys on Thanksgiving just don't fare well. Raiders
I'm
were
with
having
it.
a terrible season at that point,
Okay.
and we were able to beat them on Thanksgiving. So
Okay.
I'll just
All
try
right.
them just to see. But yeah,
The Niners come to Seattle for the night game.
you got men down. You got a lot of men down.
Gino is questionable, most likely. Walker's not playing. I don't know if Jamal is going to suit up because he didn't suit up last weekend. We're a few down, and it pains. I still have to say Seattle, but I think in my heart I know what's really happening here,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
I don't
also
want to
the
pick the
reason.
Niners. I don't
Yeah,
want to pick the Niners. I got to pick the Niners though. I don't want to, but I have to.
I can't.
Just because I already picked one team that might be a lose. You know
I'm
what I mean?
improbable to being able to pick that team. So,
Yeah.
all right, we got the Dolphins heading into New York to play the Jets. I don't, that's the
That's a
Black
no-brainer.
Friday game, which will be on Prime at noon. So it's a noon game for those on Pacific. So while you're out shopping or Black Fridaying, that's just remember there's a football game too.
Oh, you can internet click and watch that game. Everybody's going to be internet going crazy.
Yeah. Saints at the Falcons. No more Thomas.
I gotta give it up to the ATL. They might be able to pull that off. They got a -1 though. It's a tough one. I mean, I'm a Saints fan, the second team. So if Southern wins this weekend, then I gotta say my Saints are gonna win this weekend too. So I'm gonna roll with the Saints and see what they do.
All right. I'm gonna go with the home team, Atlanta. We got the Steelers heading into Cincinnati Bengals territory. No Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but they still got Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase, and whoever can run that ball. I'm still gonna roll with the Bengals. There's a possibility. It's only -1.5.
Listen,
Again, another close iffy. We don't know which way the wind blows on that.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
All right. Bruce is in the comments. He said the Dolphins are losing and the Saints are winning. So he thinks the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins.
I love it.
Hey, it is what it is. He said the Bengals are winning too. Well, we'd hope so. All right.
Go.
Jaguars at Texans. This sound actually could be a pretty good game. I'm not mad at it. I am going to go with Jacksonville.
But are they playing in Jacksonville?
No, they're playing in Texas.
Are they playing in Texas?
Yeah.
Jags could pull it off.
Yeah.
They could. But Texas are such a roll right now. I feel like
Who are you rolling with, Mo?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Texans. I'll just roll with it.
Bruce in our YouTube chat, he's with you. He's got it.
Yeah,
Texas
I'm gonna roll with Texans.
All right, the Bucks at the Colts. Colts just got rid of that linebacker Shaquille. I forgot his last name. I can't believe they got. Listen, if Seattle could do some work and just pick him up, I would be happy with that. But hey, I'm gonna go with the Bucks here. I feel like maybe the holiday season gives Baker Mayfield just a little bit.
Nah, I'm gonna go with those Colts. They're at home.
Okay. All right.
I just feel like that would be the way to go. The Buccaneers, they're the only Pirates that I don't like, so I can't cheer for them.
Yeah. Shaquille Leonard. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Patriots at the Giants. Who's even going to watch this game?
That's going to be an ugly game. All that blue and red in the building. You can't tell who's
I'm going to go with the Giants just because I really want Saquon to get just have a good game, bro. Just have a good game.
Darren Waller's still out too, right?
He's been out. He's on IR. He's not even off IR yet.
Okay, so it's definitely going to be the Patriots. There's no way Belichick can come out there and not win.
Crazier things have happened.
They have.
Crazier
Who's
things.
picking? Because those both are little teams. She's Patriots and she's Giants.
Yeah, Natalie, how you gonna pick between this game?
Like, where we
Papa
going with
Bill or your Giants?
Right. What we doing?
It's good sports life talk.
Oh my God. Hey.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to the team over there. What? You guys are doing great things too. I'm watching y'all on TikTok and on the Facebook.
Natalie said Giants and Pats are winning. Bruce said it's going to be painfully awful, or the Patriots are winning.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
All
All right, so Carolina at Tennessee.
Oh, well, that's
Panthers
the Titans
at Titans.
day.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, poor
It's a dumpster
Panthers. They just
fire
been
right
kept
now.
in a break.
The Rams at the Cardinals.
Now, you lost to the Rams last week.
We did, and it was crap.
but-
We had like 300 penalties. That was like
it wasn't a fair fight.
ridiculous.
I will say
It was
wasn't a
terrible.
fair fight. It was. But
And you know what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Rams and Cardinals, whenever they're doing crappy, they always play us hard no matter what. Like if they're good, we'll beat them. But if they're crap, we end up losing to them. It happens
it's a
like every
divisional
year.
matchup. Kyler Murray, since he's been back, they've been winning their games. So I'm going to roll with Arizona on this one just to avenge you.
No, thank you. I'm going with the Cardinals too because I need the Cardinals can win one. The Rams, I don't need them winning any more games because then they're creeping.
Right, they're coming up close.
Creeping.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, here we go. Can Russ cook against the Browns defense? The Browns are traveling. They're playing in Denver too. Hey. And Cleveland has, what is it, DST or DTS or I forgot his acronym last name, but yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't care for the Broncos because they're in my division. So I'm going to roll with these brownies till the wheels come off. It's a dog pound for me. I'm going with the dog pound. I'm going for that other orange, not this orange that's over here. I'm going with that one over there. So she's picking the Browns.
I'm picking the Browns.
They got Myles Garrett over there, and I need Njoku to ball out for fantasy points because he's
all right. Kansas City at Raiders here in Las Vegas.
Hey, we beat them before in the Allegiant. I think we could beat them again. Sadly, my dad put his tickets up for sale because he's trying to get big bucks off of it. I've been looking at Ticketmasters, and the tickets are actually going for a couple $100. They're not big,
not bad.
And they might go down even more. I just don't need to see a sea of red. I need Raider Nation to represent.
You know what that's gonna. You already know that's gonna happen.
I don't want to see it, and that's part of the reason I don't want to really go because I don't want to sit next to no Red Kingdom people and all that jip jab. No, looking like ketchup and mustard out there. I just can't. So I'm gonna roll my Raiders. I'm going with B-Sal.
I'm rolling with your Raiders too. I want to see them
I think
do
we
something.
can do it.
However, I do need. I think who do I have? No, I don't have anybody on the Chiefs anymore. I think that's good. Okay,
I got H.K. Buckner, and he can kick a few field goals and still meet his numbers, but he don't have to win. I have Devontae Adams on my team. I have Josh Jacobs on another fantasy league. I just need those guys to do that work and ball out.
All right, we've got Buffalo Bills traveling into Philly.
Good luck. I'm going with Philly. I'm rolling with Philly till the wheels fall off. I'm like Patti LaBelle.
I'm with Philly, but if I get Stephen Diggs to really show up for one game, can I get like a 20-point game? Please let it be. Just let it happen.
I need it too. I need it too because I'm thinking about switching him out. I need it too, but I don't need him to win. But I just need him to put the numbers up.
All right, we got the Ravens at the Chargers. I mean, unfortunately, I love Herbert, but I got to roll Baltimore.
I am not about to be carrying them. No.
Well, I just think Lamar is performing way better right now anyway. Herbert's struggling a little bit.
He's been struggling. I don't know what's going on with that kid, but they're under us, and I need them to stay way under us. Like, I don't know.
The quarterback for the Browns is DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Thank you, Jonathan. I was close. DTS, DST was one of the two.
The thing of it is they're doing very well with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Bruce actually picked the Bills over the Eagles. Bills over Eagles.
You know what? That could be a surprise upset, but the only team to beat the Eagles this season
let Jalen Hurts give me some major points. Let him run in 2-3 touchdowns and I'll be happy.
I don't think they're losing in Philly. I'm sorry. I just don't see that happening. And the thing of it is the only team that was able to beat them this season was the Jets, and that was a surprise upset. I don't see the Bills countering that with an upset. I just don't.
Yeah. Hey, y'all.
Bills are the same Bills they used to be.
They not. We appreciate if you're just catching towards the end, feel free to stick around, catch the replay, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe at Girl Chat Sports. We're on all social media, on all podcast platforms at Girl Chat Sports, all one word. We just want to take time to wish you again a happy Thanksgiving to you, all your loved ones, your family, your fur friends, your fur kids, whatever. We appreciate you. Have a safe holiday. Enjoy. Don't worry about how much you eat. And we're going to catch you guys next week.
And happy shopping. Be safe out there.
Yeah. Let me know where the good deals are. Yay.
Right.
All right, y'all. Bye.